Time once again for another Friday night buffet, which is simply a whole bunch of random clips that I have no clue what to do with. I did mention in the live stream on Harold's site about precision granite. I did order a grade A. I was going to get a grade AA, but $60 more. So $300 including shipping. It's over there in its home, and it is indeed beautiful. No funky swirls or anything in the granite. So the one that was over there, grade B, is right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll be using this one strictly for lapping, and then the other one for, I guess that's laboratory grade, or it's inspection grade. So I'll be using it for various things in the shop to check things out. So I guess first I'll start off with receiving the granite surface plate, and then a whole bunch of other random stuff. I hope somebody picks something up out of it, maybe an idea. Well, here it is, my new grade A granite surface plate from, I guess it said Santa Fe Springs. Custom made for me, and it's heavy. Yeah, it's 80 pounds, and I'm surprised. I don't know of anybody else that makes a grade A that's 3 inches thick. I didn't want anything super heavy. I have a feeling this just, wow. Oh, this is like really tough to open, huh? Oh, that's dangerous. That was dangerous. Could have got me in the face. Glad I'm wearing my glasses. They got this sucker tight. How do I do this without busting anything? It's incredibly dangerous. Well, I got a lot of expensive stuff sitting here. And if it's going to pop like that, this one's pretty taped down. So, here goes nothing. Move this guy. I don't want that smashed, so here it goes. Ow, no. Okay, good, it held it in place. That hurt. Ow. Even have this stapled. Holy cow. Oh yeah, the whole top just lifts off good. I don't have to undo a whole bunch of staples. Alright, just lift this off. And, oh, just gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Flat, I guess, to a 1/10 of a thou. Corners are beautiful. The surface is beautiful. It says precision granite on it. Do they have it on rubber feet? I don't know what they have it sitting on. This side, the foot, both of them. Oh yeah, they do have rubber feet on it. Wow, alright, well. Oh, the certificate hit the floor. And it is NIST or NST, traceable, all kinds of junk. My name, 12 by 18, no ledge. It's a serial number, calibration, test number. Eesh. Oh, they're saying it's flat to 1/10, but they got it down to almost a 1/2, or 0.6 of a 1/10. So this is really nice. October 13, 2022. 70 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity, everything here. Wow. How to get it off. I guess I'll get rid of this. I'm going to keep this stuff in the metal drawer for different things. How do you move it over so I can lift it up and just put it on the bench? I have to move. Oh yeah, that gave me a blood blister. That should be enough of room, I think, to get it off. Sucker is friggin' heavy. Sheesh. I don't have the strength anymore to do this stuff. Ow. Getting out of the way. Yeah, it's got feet on it. Beautiful. I don't have to worry about it. Alright, well, I need to get this over in place. Actually, I should just inspect it right here, but I'm sure it is on the money. Beautiful plate, man. Some dirt on it. Wipe it down. Even says precision granite on the front of it. So if you guys want a granite plate, I highly recommend these people. They are just great. I had bought this guy way back when I first started this hobby for the mill, not realizing the size of this guy, and I have no idea how I even used it once on the mill. But yeah, you can use it on the lathe to check the tailstock to center it up, and I just now played with it on the mill now that I have that extended rack on there. And I still have to have something at the extreme bottom of the vise to be able to do it. Neat little device. So I don't know what to say, but yeah, this was their piece that they made, which was pretty long, and I had made one shorter, so I could actually do it back then. Come on, get out there. Yeah, it's quite a not a whole lot shorter, I guess, but. So, and there's no way I can use even the shortest one of these guys. It just, right now, yeah, I just did. This is the one that I used for the very bottom of the vise to check, to get centered up on a hole. And I'm not sure why they put this plastic limiter on here to keep it from going all the way, but I can't get it off out there. So, yeah, I mean, it moves a lot. It's now getting like rather sluggish. I guess I got a oil or something here. It's getting pretty bad. It's not that cold in the shop. It's like 72. Aerospace. I love the company. They make some pretty neat stuff. It's hard to find their stuff, but 3/8 stem. So this has just been sitting on a shelf since then. I think I used it once to check the tailstock, but then, watching the YouTube videos, I came across this guy. I think you just search for do-it-yourself coaxial indicator. And I'm watching, I'm going, you know, that's pretty cool. They actually have a picture here, a nice picture of the insides of it, how it was all put together with this spring. I have no idea what holds this bearing in place. To me, it should just fly up. But all the prints you go through them, they don't really show anything holding the bearing down. And watching the guy use it in the video, I don't know. But I started on my CAD program since the drawings are kind of like teeny. They're all metric and stuff. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, you can make this any size you want. I think this was like 2 inches total. But they have a little wedge thing in here. You know, they cut this angle at a 45, which I think is rather steep. And then they've got this little wedge at a 45, and your dial indicator stem gets clamped here. I was thinking you should make this a 60 degree. And then I know dial indicators don't like the stem pushed sideways, but why don't you just get rid of the wedge and put the ball straight on the 60 degree angle? Because you're not going to use a 1-inch indicator anyway. You're only going to use a 1/2 inch, so it's real short. Or make the wedge with some kind of ball bearing on the tip so that you're not tweaking the indicator stem. The other thing is, when this goes up, you're reducing the reading. I was thinking, why don't you put this angle on the bottom so when it goes up, it increases the reading. But I was thinking about making one of these guys, and it's like, well, I always use an edge finder in the DRO, and I'm spot on. It's real quick to find the center of a hole right on the money. Because this would be quite a bit. I could use some of the parts from the other one, to make this guy, and it would be kind of neat to have it. I mean, you can make this outside diameter here, yeah, from here to here, anything you want. This, anything you want. That shaft, anything you want. So it would be a really cool thing to make, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Just a few things I wanted to share here. I was surfing eBay and stumbled across this micro V-block set. I forgot how much it was, but it was pretty expensive. And I have no idea why anybody would use it or why it's there, but there must be a reason. There has to be some situation where you need it. And I realized I had a small chunk of that high density molecular weight stuff left over, so why not? Started drafting it up in my CAD program, and I wanted to make it what looked like the size that they had on the ad on eBay. And I go, well, that's way too small, 2x. So, and I have no idea why they cut these sides like that. I got a 90 degree. I mean, I checked this all out on the Granite surface plate. Yeah, it's on the money for holding something that way and that way. So it'll go in the drawer. Yet another do-it-yourself tool in case the situation arises. The other one was I got really tired, especially with the small vise, of playing with the L-shaped Allen wrench. You can't spin it. You can't get things to clamp down. So knurled a little replacement piece, put it wherever I want, tighten it down, done. So I probably should drill a hole in it in case I have to get it real tight, but we'll see what happens. So this works a lot easier. Why is it catching there? There. So I like it. So I haven't done any of my other vices yet. Just this one, because this one I use quite a bit. I'll put this in a bigger vise in the mill to do something, hold something real small or an angle, something like that. Last up, this is a no-brainer. I couldn't believe I didn't think of this myself. Surfing YouTube, shop-made tools. I saw this on Hilltop Machine Shop. I had made them a long time ago for all my files because I'm thinking, you know, you're going into a spinning lathe, chuck jaws. If it hits the end of it, these sharp edges are going to cause some damage to your hand. Let me tell you, it can go in. And I didn't realize until a few minutes ago I made some of them with balls on it. I guess I free-handed a ball. Came out pretty nice. Don't know why I didn't make them all the same, but whatever. So yeah, I love this. This was so cool. After I made it, I went around the scrap drawer, everything, just let's do all the, reach in for all the holes everywhere. So I've got these two now in the drawer, and they're nice and sharp. I had redid them on the D-bit grinder, tool and cutter. So these are cool. I like them. Oh, look at that. You can put it in my V-block. No, can't. All right, enough. And last up, I had started this. I did a video on this a long time ago, and I finally just threw it in the drawer because the print was wrong. So I pulled it out once again and looked at everything to see if I could finish it and make it work. And I have a feeling this is not supposed to be open. The major problem is, how does the fuel get up in the cylinder? And I think somehow it gets down in here and then goes up some side walls into the cylinder. That's why I think this has to be closed. And I did see YouTube videos of other people that made one. And one guy's like 20 minutes just burr, 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 and just couldn't get it going. So I figured, forget it. I do have nice compression. I don't have the bolts in the top, but I bored this out so it fits nicely. This is a very sharp needle. Get rid of that. Turns, everything works. Everything's been lapped in the cylinder. So it would be ready to go, but I'm just going to throw it back in the drawer and say, okay, I've had enough of this project. And I don't know if I'll ever try any other engines because it's so time consuming to get the cylinder perfect compression. So just wanted to share that. Well, I did pick up, that way, yeah, more on center. Did pick up an optical flat because I've always been fascinated with them ever since I saw Ox Tools show one and what it can do. The case on this one was really bad. I mean, it was faded and splotchy. Black shoe polish cleaned it up nicely. So $110 later off of eBay. It's a beautiful piece of glass. Does have one flaw in the middle in there somehow. I don't know where it came from or how, but he did warn me about that in the ad. So boy, playing with it, you know, one of the videos that Ox Tools did said he was using just the fluorescent light that was 5000K, and he was getting the beautiful fringes or whatever you want to call them. I've got 6500K and it did nothing. Did a lot of research trying to figure out what you use for a light source, and all they say is monochromatic, which means light of one wavelength. So fine. Pierre's Garage did show a video once on a cheap light source using a green laser and a ping pong ball to diffuse it. I did try a red laser and it does work, but it's not as bright. I tried everything to diffuse them because I can't remove the lens on these lasers. So I wound up by accident shining it in the cap of a spray paint, and it worked perfectly. You just hit it and it gives you the beautiful light. So red works. The green was beautiful and showed everything. I put it on a bunch of different things, mainly the square gauge blocks to see how flat they were. And yeah, they're flat, straight lines across. So the main thing, from the research, you're supposed to be using a sodium light, which are fairly expensive. If you use, pick a low pressure sodium light bulb, you can build the whole thing for about $100, and I'm not going to do it because for as much as I'm going to use this, I'm not going to spend $100, and I also have no place to store this giant thing. So, or giant, but rather large item. So, pretty cool. Sure, no? Yeah, okay. Matches and everything. It says this is flat to what? 0.000001. Wow. So I never could figure out, there's two, arrow goes up and down, and somebody blackened out the down arrow, but I've just been putting it on this way and it works. I think I flipped it over and it worked that way too. But so this just goes in the toolbox, and I've got it for anything in the future should I really need it. This is more of just a heads up. I needed to make this little jig here to hold something, but I had made the plate aluminum 6061, and I had to thread it for this PVC fitting, 1/2 inch in PT. So this is the Harbor Freight set. I had bought this some time ago mainly for the dies, but it's on top of the drawer, so I had pulled this out and used this guy, 1/2 inch, to start threading it. And I was having one hard time getting it in there. It's hard to hold it without messing it to finish up, but it just wasn't going in. So I happen to have one from my dad. All this says is Morse USA on it. And I tried this one, and this was just cutting it without a problem. So kind of more of a heads up, if you guys are having a hard time cutting threads here, Yeah, and I didn't have an internal threading tool for the lathe to do it with. I wish I did, because I could have gone further. But just heads up, if you can't having a hard time threading, consider what the problem might be. You know, I really kind of hate it when you pay for something and they put their name on it. Free advertising, little machine shop. This was the first deburr tool that I purchased a long time ago when I started the hobby. You can even move the clip. And I know everybody does it too. Shars puts their name all over it. HHIP puts their name on their vise. Anytime I get something like that, I'll rip the name off of it right away. I'm not advertising, but... so then I had bought a second one. This was off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure. But they put a pin in there. I mean, you can't change the tips on these things. Would have been nice if they put a set screw in there. But I never did like this one, the color of it, and I don't know, so this has been in a drawer. And then I just started looking. Oh, this is crooked. It's bent in here. Oh, whatever. Looking on Amazon, and I'll put a link to them. These suckers are really sharp. They're well ground. China. So I was looking at the picture hoping they would be really good. But, and this caution too. This is really for somebody, I don't know. Blades are sharp and can cut. No kidding. Blades can break, causing flying objects. Sharp edges and flying objects can cause injury. No kidding. Wear safety glasses. User and something. Bystanders too. Do not pry or bend blades. Keep away from children. Do not regrind the blades. I don't even think I'd try to regrind these things, but... So I decided to make my own holder here. Kinda didn't show machining. Free-handed, making a ball, grooving tool. 440. I wish I had a 256 stainless. That would have been nice and small. But yeah, these suckers are sharp. You don't go hard. You just kind of gently go around a hole or an edge or whatever. And I was thinking about making one 1/2 inch. But let's see how this works. And I'm probably going to use my Optical and just paint it, I think, green. For what the heck, use up some green paint. But yeah, and that's one tiny little set screw in there, 440. What is this? It's a 1/16 Allen. So, and I need to put some Loctite in here. I think I'll just go out and paint it now. Get this screw out of here. I need to plug the threads on it somehow. I got a ton of these, so I'm just going to paint it with this in there. Because then I can back it out, throw it away, and just get another one. If I don't like the green on it. So I need to back it out a little more. So if you guys want, this was a 8-degree angle here to do it. And came out pretty nice. I like it. So little decorative grooves. Alright, here we are. It's cooling down in the shop. It's just a mere 85. Got my nice cell phone in the holder with the crack in it. Been looking at these guys on eBay for a long time. They're at 232 1/2 inch micrometer. And they usually come with one hefty price tag. $75, I figured just do it. See what this thing is, because nobody really shows the size. Here's a 1-incher. That's a serious size difference. This thing is cool. And I didn't know for sure whether I'd really be using it or not. But ever since I got it, I've been using it left and right, especially on the D-bit grinder, because there's no room to get in there to measure stuff. So, checked it out. It is spot on. It said slightly used, but boy, it was dirty, so I did a lot of cleanup on it. It does have a little bit of a scuff here. There's a couple of tiny spots of rust on there, but man, I checked it with like 100,000 and then 100,500 spot on. 250 and 500. So I like this guy so much that I figured, I went on Amazon, $200, brand new one with the veneer, do it. So this guy is up for sale, 75 bucks. If anybody wants, email me. This guy just came. Let's see here. Oh, and they went up $40 after I bought this too. Nice stair, but yeah, it didn't come with anything, but I've got wrenches if I needed to calibrate it or something. Let's see what this guy looks like. Always fun getting a Starrett box, but nice red. Oh yeah, this is the 232 XRL. Oh guys, you can see that. Nice. What does it come with, huh? You'd think it would come in a regular box with foam or something. Is there a wrench in here? Just that? Oh, that must be the wrench. Yep, there's the wrench. Is it rusted? Shouldn't be. Yep. Oh wow. First black wrench I've gotten. That's interesting. Nice clean too. Well anodized or blackened or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't come. What's this? Save something? Yeah. This tool is made in America, or American made. Inspection. So, do they that? Yeah, just how to run one. So cool, huh? It's sealed completely? No. You can get it out. Beautiful little guy. Oh, they got it locked. Yeesh. How do you get it unlocked? There. Boy, is that tight. Wow, that's real tight compared to that one. But yeah, it's got the carbide tips on it. No scuff marks, nothing. I can see oil all over it. Should have brought a rag over here. Be interesting to see if this one's spot on too, huh? Does it zero out? Nope, it does not. Haha, that's not good. Coming right from the factory, you'd think it would be perfect. Get a paper towel here. The camera's in the way, so I can't bring the magnifying glass down. But that's way off. Yeah, it's hard to get it all the way open and get something in there to clean it with, huh? Perfect finishes on it, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Yeah, I gotta get the magnifying glass over here. Yep. No dirt there. I don't know if I'm on camera now. Boy, they packed those things with grease big time. Now, does it zero out? That would be great inspection. It doesn't zero, huh? Almost there. Nope, it does not zero. Even with the ratchet. This is why, everybody raves about Starrett. No, I don't. Alright, so I'm going to play off camera with this thing. I'm sorry. Everybody keeps raving about Starrett. This guy is going back. This guy doesn't have the veneer. But this is grade A right here. If I put this thing in this guy, it is spot on. The line is about as good as it gets. If I put it in this, it's saying 4/10 off. If I get the veneer correct, then when you go and zero it, it's not on the zero. So this thing is like, no, even out of the box, inspected, right? Certificate of inspection. You run it all the way down, it doesn't zero out. So I calibrated it so it's zeroed out here and on the veneer. And it's all over the place. This guy's going back, and I'm going to keep that one. $130 more for this. Over this, no. Even their tool is backwards. This guy, you can easily grab and do it. They've got this thing over here on their wrench. You just can't work it. I couldn't get any mechanical advantage to use their tool. It barely fit in the hole. It was starting to chowder up the hole. So I'm keeping that guy. Or I don't think I'm going to use the veneer that much anyway to go into tenths. This is plenty good. You can easily see a half a thou on this guy. I wonder if you guys can even see this. I'll try it here. Let's see. It's always tough to hold. Let me look under the magnifying glass. Yeah, I'm on some grease here or something because it's showing a few tenths there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that thing is spot on. Try to angle it a little bit. I think it's spot on, right? Yep, to me it is. So, this works. And like I said, you can tell. You can divide these ticks up into a half easily or a quarter. So I can see like 200, 2 tenths, 2.5 tenths, somewhere in there. So, unfortunately, it did have this scuff. I wish I knew how to get rid of that, but, and the other thing is this guy works so much, it's so much easier to spin than that one. I was trying to break it in, spinning it, and no, it's not loosening up. And this is interesting. My other ones, there's a spot where it locks. You back up like a lot, well, you got to go forward a lot to lock it. This guy, when you back it up, that's locked. I can back it up more. That's locked. I like that. This one also locked. I can't turn that. That one, you had to go really hard to get it to lock up. So, you know, like I said, I'm sorry. Everybody raves about Starrett. My opinion is they're nice sometimes, and they definitely are way overpriced. So, I wouldn't go for a Starrett.